I'm wifey, never been a mistress, go digital, no competition. Fuck you, me, my flow's splendid. Boy, so sick, them shit's ridiculous. Bitch took a shot, she aimed to miss it. Shoot free throw, Blake Griffin.
Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrict are calling it quits after 14 years of marriage. Tia writes on Instagram, I have always been honest with my fans, and today is no different. I wanted to share that Corey and I have decided to go our separate ways. These decisions are never easy, and not without sadness. We will maintain a friendship as we co-parent our beautiful children. I am grateful for all the happy times we had together and want to thank my friends, family, and fans for your love and support as we start this new chapter moving forward in our lives. According to legal documents obtained by E! News, the 43-year-old actress petitioned for a dissolution of their marriage on October 3rd, citing irreconcilable differences. She also requested joint legal and physical custody of their 2 children and asked to terminate the court's ability to award spousal support, citing a premarital agreement. E! News has reached out to Tia's attorney but did not receive comment. Tia first met Corey when he appeared on a 1996 episode of Sister Sister, and the two started dating in 2000. At the time, Corey was trying to break out in Hollywood while working part-time as a Kmart security guard. In 2015, the actor recalled to Global Grind, I was waiting on a bus stop after I shot my first film. Her sister and her drove by. They saw me waiting and asked to give me a ride. I was embarrassed. They gave me a ride and we were friends ever since. Then, after years of dating, the two tied the knot on April 20th, 2008. Earlier this year, Tia celebrated their 14th wedding anniversary with a sweet tribute, writing on IG, I've loved you for 22 years and I'll love you for a million more.
It's Divested Witch, and tonight I want to talk about this shocking divorce that is going down between Tia and her now ex-husband, Corey. Now, a lot of people are surprised by this breakup. I am not, because black men have proven themselves time and time again not to be able to provide, not to be able to protect, and not to be able to uplift their women, okay? Every time you see these Hollywood unions between a black woman and a black man, the black woman is always the breadwinner in the relationship, okay? And the black guy is sitting here just riding on her coattails, okay? When she met him at a bus stop. Like, that should have been a red flag right there, okay? To me, a man that doesn't have a car, that doesn't, have his license and doesn't work or do anything, like, to me, that's a red flag. Like, I'm not interested in that. Okay, I have dated a guy like that in the past, and I'm glad I broke up with him. Like, we only dated for a couple of weeks, and I was already annoyed already. Okay, I had a car, I had a job. He sold weed occasionally and was a wigger, okay, and wasn't interested in going to school, wasn't interested in getting a normal job, didn't have a car. I'm like, this nigga can't take me out on dates. He can't pick me up, wants me to pick him up. No, That's why I'm telling women like this. If a dude don't got no car, he at a bus stop, let him take the bus home, okay? So that's the first mistake she made, was picking his ass up from the bus stop. Like, black women need to stop picking up these men off the streets, dusting them off, and calling them boyfriends and husbands, okay? Black women are the only ones, in my opinion, who do this by large, okay? Because black women are not taught hypergamy. We're taught how to date down. We're the only race of women who are expected to date down, okay? And if we want better, or we want our men to make more money than we do, or have more status than we do, then we are called all sort of gold diggers and all this other bullshit. When the reality is, we want the same thing Becky and Ling Ling and Esmeralda have. We want men who are in control. We want men with status, okay? That's what we want. And when you're in these relationships where the woman has more status, the woman has more wealth, okay, you're going to see a lot of these relationships crumble because it's not natural. Women want to be protected, okay? Women want to rest in their femininity, and they can't do that when they are with a man who still wants to act like a boy, okay? I'm pretty sure that Corey had no interest in changing, okay? I'm pretty sure that he was comfortable being subservient to Tia and being Tia's man. These men have no issues being the bitch in the relationship, okay? They have no issues not having any status, not having any connections, not having anything that adds to their Hollywood so-called power couple appearance. Okay? Because in my opinion, in order to be a power couple, both couples have to bring something to the table. Okay? But the thing is this guy right here doesn't really bring anything to the table. Yeah, he's had some success early in his career. But as far as comparing careers, Tia blows him out the water. Okay? Like, this is like Oprah and Stedman. Okay? Like, seriously. And you see a lot of these black women who are very powerful, very beautiful, settling for less because they are brainwashed into thinking that they are supposed to date within their race. They're supposed to be race loyal. And they're supposed to pick up a nigger off the street, dust him off, and make him a boyfriend or a husband. And this sort of thinking needs to stop. We are seeing more and more of these relationships as years and years go by. These relationships are breaking up and falling apart. Okay? Because deep down, a woman wants to be taken care of. Okay? She wants a man with higher status than she has, not the other way around. Okay? So, yeah, she met him at a bus stop, okay, when he was like an up-and-coming actor or whatever. She picked him up, dusted it off, and started dating him, okay? And I was really disappointed by this news when I heard this, because I always grew up watching Tia and Tamara, on that show, Sister Sister. I loved that show growing up. I thought that they did a really excellent job representing black girls in a positive light. They were very smart. They were very funny. They were very articulate. So, when you're watching these sort of shows, you it's not real what you're watching, but you almost put the good attributes of their character inside of them, and you think that this is how they act in their real life. Well, who knew that, Tia was a mammy? Who knew that? Okay. I certainly didn't until she got with this nigger. Okay. So anyway, she's wasted a decade of her life on this nigger. And I don't believe that she just divorced him out of the blue. Okay. If I open my third eye and I'm reading in this situation, I believe that he cheated on her. I believe that there were multiple affairs. I'm seeing in my third eye multiple affairs in this relationship. Okay. And the reason why he was having all of these affairs is because he never felt like a man standing next to Tia. This is what these dudes do, okay? Instead of elevating themselves, instead of trying to find ways to elevate themselves to the position of their women who make more than them, they decide to go cheat and sleep around with women who can't hold a candle to Tia, okay? So, these males think that black women are always going to be around and black women ain't going nowhere. And you know what? Times are changing and the currents are changing. And you're going to see more and more black women leaving these long marriages that no longer suit them. Okay? If a relationship no longer suits you, it's time for you to leave. He is worth $1.5 million, where Tia is worth $4 million. And she just recently asked the courts that she stop paying this man spousal support. Let's look up the word irreconcilable difference and see what pops up. Okay. So let's press look up and it should pop up on the dictionary. The existence of significant difference between a married couple that are so great and beyond resolution as to make the marriage unworkable. Okay. For laws permitting a divorce. So in their marriage, there are things going on in their marriage that is so great and beyond resolution to make the marriage work. Okay? The marriage is unworkable. All right? Now think about the things that could cause this. All right? To me, this is a man cheating, a man sleeping around, bringing home STDs. You can't stay faithful. I make more money than your ass. You're not trying to better yourself. When I met you, we were on the same level. Now I've outgrown you. I've out-succeeded you. You're comfortable being fucking subservient. You're comfortable being the bitch in the relationship, okay? You want me to give you spousal support? You're not a man. I don't want you in my life. I'm unattracted to you. Like, my pussy juices is drying up, like, thinking these thoughts right now. Like, that is so fucking unattractive when it comes to a man. Any man who you married to and they can't get their shit together, like, you shouldn't be getting married, okay? I don't know why people think, oh, look at these two black people married. This is the norm. And no, it's not. My parents have been married for over 50 years, and I can tell you they fight and bicker all the time. All right? Marriages take work. But if my dad all of a sudden decided to go sleeping around with women and men and all this other bullshit, I don't think my mom would stick around either, okay? Point blank, period. All right? So these nakers live in fucking complete dysfunction and expect they women to live in that dysfunction, no matter how beautiful they are or how much money they make. We've seen this time and time again, okay, where black males are marrying up, dating up, practicing hypergamy, and they are taking black women for everything that they have, okay? So it doesn't matter how beautiful a black woman is, how smart a black woman is, she still seems to be getting the same black man, okay? This happened to Mary J. Blige. Okay, it didn't take long for the divorce of Mary J. Blige and his estranged husband, Kendu Isaac, to turn ugly. Isaac is seeking $129,000 per month from Blige in spousal support and wants the singer to pay his lawyer fees. These dusty fucking Negroes are practicing hypergamy and using black women solely for a fucking bag, okay? Candace Parker is another black woman who's going through the ringer because she married a nigger. Despite making more than $12 million while playing in the NBA for 6 seasons, Candace Parker's estranged husband, Sheldon Williams, is seeking an unknown amount of spousal support from the WNBA star. She makes in the low 6 figures with the LA Sparks. So these nakers, all they want to do is sit up here and date these high-value, wealthy women in order to use them for a bag. Here's yet another high-profile divorced black couple, okay? Tasha Smith. After originally being ordered to pay former husband Keith Douglas $7,000 in spousal support, Keisha Smith was able to get her marriage annulled on the grounds of fraud due to Douglas' criminal past, non-payments of tax, and marriages he didn't inform Smith about. So this naker is out here cheating on her, been married on her. Okay, but wants not child support. Well, you might as well call it child support because these grown men act like fucking children. Okay, without black women, these motherfucking niggers don't have nothing. Okay, so yeah, he got married behind her back, was cheating on her back, and still requesting that she pay him spousal support. These fucking niggers are demonic. Sherry Shepherd is another one. Okay. According to this article, is not so much spousal support as it is child support. Sherry Shepherd was ordered to pay ex-husband Lamar Sally $4,000 a month in child support, which increased to $4,600 each month when their son, via a surrogate, turned 13. Shepherd tried to fight the responsibility of paying child support by claiming Sally had defrauded her by convincing her to get a surrogate, having a baby, and then divorcing her to collect child support. A judge disagreed. So, women, y'all need to wake the fuck up with what's going on, okay? Y'all are tying yourselves to these black men who are taking everything that you fucking have, everything that you work for, everything that you are as a woman. These nakers want to rob from you. Point blank, period. Luckily, Tia has a prenup, so she's a very smart woman, okay? Anytime you are dealing with these nakers, which I advise women not to deal with these nakers, but if you are going to deal with them, at least get a fucking prenup, okay? Because these nakers will take you for every fucking penny that you have. Okay, they're sitting here acting like this relationship is amicable and everything is all happy and hunky-dory and stuff like that, but I'm not buying it. I think that he didn't measure up as a man. Okay, I think that she wants to level up. She realizes that this relationship no longer serves her. She was smart by getting a prenup. She's like, if this nigga doesn't fucking elevate his status, he's not going to come after my money. Okay, so she's smart. Okay, I don't think she's smart for marrying this nigger, but she's smart on how she handled it. Because without that prenup, you better best believe that this nigger would be after her fucking coin. Absolutely. Okay, they always are. So as I was doing some research on this couple, I found this video to be quite informative. I also find this video to have a lot of red flags. In this video, you're going to hear her talk about how she found her man and also how they make their marriage work. Okay, so listen to this short video. You're going to hear multiple red flags.
Former Sister star Tia Mowry and her husband, actor-producer Corey Hardrict, do marriage their way, which is probably why the two have stayed strong for over a decade. But they've definitely weathered their share of challenges. From fertility struggles to keeping the spark alive, here's the truth about Tia and Corey's marriage.
It's good that we stuck, to it.
Notice how she says how she's stuck with it, how she sticks through it. This is a common thing that is taught to black women, to stick in fruitless relationships that no longer serve them, that don't benefit them. As black women, we are taught to date down and to stick with whatever bullshit that black men have to offer. You will see a lot of black male dating coaches telling women who are beautiful, attractive, and wealthy that they need to stick with men who are abusive, unemployed, don't bring nothing to the table, that we should date down, and we're taught to stick through it. Okay? So I don't think there's any coincidence that she's sitting here on camera talking about she's stuck with this relationship. Okay? And I'm sure that there were tons of red flags that she ignored because she wants to have that black love fucking fantasy that a lot of black women have, okay? And will ignore all kind of signs that are telling you that this is not the right man for you.
Stuck, to it.
Mowry and Hardrict met as actors while filming the indie thriller Hollywood Horror in 1999. It was Mowry's first feature film following her starring role in the 90s sitcom Sister.
This show, Sister, was a huge hit, okay? It, for the collective of black girls, boost a lot of our self-esteem, seeing these black girls who were really funny and cute and articulate and smart and successful. I definitely grew up watching Sister. I don't know about y'all, but I certainly did.
Alongside her real-life twin, Tamara.
Dad? Mom? That girl has my face!
Hardrict, on the other hand, was just beginning to build his resume.
Meanwhile, on the other hand, he just starting his career. So while these two already have a successful career, here he comes. You know what I mean? He is just starting his career. Okay? And you got to watch out with these kind of guys who don't have shit, just starting out. They're going to use you. They're going to use your connections. They're going to use what you got in order to boost their own career. Okay? So him getting with Tia was definitely a come up. All right?
The two became fast friends after their first day on set, with Hardrict later recalling to Global Grind. I was waiting at the bus stop. Tamara and Tia drove by, they saw me waiting, and asked to give me a ride.
And you should have left them at the bus stop. Black women, stop picking up males at the bus stop, okay, at the gas station, at the homeless shelter, at a prison, rehab facility. These are not the places where you need to be picking up men, okay? Black women, I swear, have like some of the lowest standards when it comes to men, okay? And it's because they are being taught this by birth, that this is good enough for them, okay? They have no issues going to the nearest alley or dumpster, picking out a guy, dusting him off, and making him a boyfriend or a husband.
At the time, Mowry wasn't even interested in relationships or dating. She told People, "I wasn't really focused on boys at the time since I was in my early 20s juggling my career and going to school."
And at this point, at this very point in her life, she is at the height of her career, as a young actress, having a successful TV show, on movies, you know what I mean? At school, doing well in school. This is about the time men like to mess your world up. They see that you're doing well, okay? And they will latch onto that and suck any sort of nutrients in life right out of you, okay? So you young ladies need to be aware of this, okay? Because you constantly hear black males talking about, I want a woman who's fit, friendly, and feminine, and this and that, and young, and then they get these type of women, and what do they do to them? They cheat on them, they beat on them, they spread disease on them, motherfucking have side babies on them. These niggas don't know how to treat women like this, okay? At this very moment, she should have been divested, okay? Point blank, period. Think about how different her life would have been had she been divested.
But that would all change when the two started dating a year later. The couple started off solely as friends, even courting for an entire year before officially calling it a date.
Courting for a year before getting a date, okay? See how black women are always getting the shit end of the stick? Black women are told that they're the ones who need to court, that they're the ones who need to be pursuing men, that they're the ones who need to be... Like, bitch, this man is not no billionaire. He ain't even no multi-millionaire. Like, he's not royalty. Like, I'm sorry, but if you can't decide after 3 or 4 dates that you want to be with me, you can kick rocks. All right? That's my fucking standards. Okay? Courting for an entire year before you date? For what? This nigga don't have anything. This nigga is not going to add to your status. Okay? And of course, Tia had to learn the hard way. Okay? Because she done plucked her up a naked out of the dumpster, out of the fucking bus stop, dust him off and called her a boy. Let's listen before I go off on a tangent.
Solely as friends, even courting for an entire year before officially calling it a date. Maury.
Yeah. See, black males are constantly being told that they're the prize, okay? They're being told that they're the ones who need to be courted. Women need to be pursuing them and all this nonsense. I don't have fucking time for that, okay? There's too many options out there, okay? If you don't want me, I'll go find someone that wants me, okay? I'm not going to sit here and court no man for no motherfucking year, especially no broke-ass nigger. Point blank, period. That's not going to add to my status, all right? I have a higher status than you. I'm not going to be motherfucking courting you for no fucking year. Are you out of your mind? Okay? And ladies, pay attention to this when you're online dating too. If a guy, all he wants to do is talk, fuck that shit, okay? No, we need to go on a date because I'm not here to talk. I don't have time for pen pals, okay? And if a man is not trying to take you on a date, then he is either already in a relationship. He probably got some funky house situation going on, okay? There's a reason why these men will string you along for such a long time, okay? And not even take you out on a date, all right? She was dating this man not dating. She was courting this man for a year before they went on their first date. That is way too fucking long. Way too long, okay? Me and my man, we knew that we were an item, like after 5 dates. And it was like, yeah, this is my man. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, you're my woman, okay? Like, it didn't take no damn fucking year for us to figure out that we wanted to be together.
Once said via OK Magazine, "We weren't physical. We didn't do anything for a while to make sure this was something special and this was something real."
Are you fucking delusional? You think that this man didn't fuck any women when he was courting you? Get the fuck out of here. And this is the fucking delusions that black women choose to follow and choose to believe, okay? She is a sucker if she thinks that this dude was not fucking around with other women while he was talking to her, okay? He courted me for a year and our relationship wasn't even physical and we wanted to make sure it was real and all this other bullshit. No, he was smashing other dirty ass pussies and then motherfucking coming to you acting like a virgin. That's what the fuck happened, okay? Fuck out of here.
We didn't go on dates with just him and I. There were other people around.
He was like wearing Birkenstocks, you know. I was like, oh my God, what is...
Girl, you worried about him and what socks he got on? See, this is also a part of the narrative. They want black women to focus on materialistic things, okay? Focus on Birkin bags and if he can get you this and that. Does he have gold teeth in his mouth and gold chains and all this shit like that? They got black women's minds focused on the materialistic shit so they don't focus on the man's character, okay? Like, she's sitting up in here talking about this man got on some Birkin socks and shit like this. This nigga don't have no car, okay? Barely working in Hollywood. You didn't pay attention to those things, though? You gonna let all the rest of that slide, but he got on some different color socks or some shit, and that's what's bothering you? Black women, you need to get your fucking priorities right, You really do. Okay?
What's this guy doing?
Maury ultimately decided to give her future hubby a chance after talking it over with her mom.
And her mom motherfucking failed her, okay? Because this is the reason why I have such a problem with fucking swirlers. Is because they see the degeneracy in the black community and they choose to ignore it, okay? It's nothing for them to date outside their race, okay? A swirler, she ain't got no problems with dating outside her race. But when it comes to her kids and it comes to her family, she still is a mammy, okay? And instead of teaching her daughters that them being mixed was going to mean that black men are going to fetishize them, they're going to try to use them. No, she tells her daughters, oh, it's okay. Go ahead and get you a black cane and everything is going to be okay. He seems like a nice guy. You should give him a chance. And now we see what's going on, okay?
Be a chance after talking it over with her mom. She shared with people.
Your mother fucking failed you, okay? Because when I have mixed daughters, you best believe I'm going to be teaching them how black males view them, how black people view them, how the world views them. They are going to be well transverse in this topic, okay? I'm not going to sit there and set my daughters off to the wolves. Okay, now go pick you out a nice one. No, I don't think so.
I remember my mom sitting me down and saying, look, Tia, this guy seems really nice and you should give him a chance. That's when we started hanging out.
Yeah, mammies sitting here trying to create more mammies, all right? Because they think that, oh, well, I want my daughter to be married to a black man and he seemed like a good black man, but what the fuck does he bring to the table is the question, okay? And it's absolutely nothing. Okay, this nigga didn't bring nothing to the fucking table, and you should have been teaching your daughter that there's men better than this. Look at how the white moms teach their daughters how to date up, how to practice hypergamy. The black moms are sitting here telling their daughters, oh yeah, go and get you a nice black boy and go ahead and marry him. It don't matter because a lot of them are in relationships that they're not happy in, okay? So as long as he's black, they don't give a shit. Oh yeah, go ahead and get him. Okay? I'm not going to set my daughter up like that.
It appears that Hardrict knew Maury was the one early on in their relationship. On her YouTube channel, Tia Maury's Quick Fix, Hardrict shared that his famous wife was...
Notice how they said his famous wife. They didn't say he was famous. They said he has a famous wife. So that shows you who is wearing the pants in this relationship. Okay? It's obviously Tia that is wearing the pants in this relationship. That is the breadwinner in this relationship.
On for their friendship turned romance, even though he was still a struggling actor at the time. He explained.
A struggling Dusty at the time.
Struggling actor at the time. He explained. When I moved to Inglewood, I had like 2 pairs of drawers to my name. I was dirt poor, I didn't have anything, and she appreciated everything for what it was.
And you see how these sort of relationships are glamorized? Okay, the black struggle love is always glamorized by Hollywood, and it's always glamorized in black culture, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. All right, this nigga didn't even have 3 pairs of drawers, probably didn't even have a bowl and a spoon to eat out of, okay? But we're supposed to be cheering on this sort of fucking union, when really we need to be showing our little girls that this right here ain't it, okay? This struggle of ride or die bullshit is not cute, and it shouldn't be motherfucking glamorized the way it has been, okay?
Loved me for me.
I didn't have a lot of money, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember even eating a lot.
Corey was determined.
Hungry looking ass, okay? So you picked up a hungry ass nigger from the fucking bus stop, dusted him off, and made him a husband, okay? This is the story of a lot of black women.
Once he was able to get on his feet, he would buy Maury a ring and make her his wife. And he did, finally popping the question in 2006. But while Maury had always been supportive, Hardrict also showed her a certain understanding. According to Maury, who had just gotten out of a bad relationship when they met, she said, my husband, he just had loads of patience with me. He was just right there for me and held my hand. He never forced himself to kiss me or anything like that.
Yeah, you know why? It's because he knows you're his meal ticket out of the hood. That's why. So this is a picture of Tia's twin sister, Tamara. And as you can see, she's doing quite well for herself. We have 2 women who are identical twins. Okay. One of them picked Blackistan and the other one picked Divestment. Which one looks happier? Okay. Which one is looking like they're doing better? All right. So if you look at this man that she's married to, he is worth $4 million and she is worth $4 million. So they're equally yoked. Okay. And they are happily married. And they're still happily married.
Your life's a bitch, but mine's a diva. Whoopie red lips, outfit like a cheetah. Team camel toe, bitch, I am the leader. Lotus